Hey y'all, Mr. Conjure here. I literally just recorded a whole video on this and it deleted right when I clicked to finish. For some reason it deleted, which instead of just screaming and crying and yada yada, I just decided that Spirit probably wanted me to just hop on here because it may never get posted. So anyways, welcome to my page. If you are new, welcome back. If you are returning, this right here, I am going to show you guys how to do a quick transmutation jar, transmutation ward specifically. So, without any further ado, let's just get into it. This is you are basically transmutation is taking something and turning it into another. It's basically a form of alchemy, if you will. Um, so, what I like to do is I do these on Sundays, and I will take a vase. You can take a um, cup if you want to, but I like to use a vase. And I do this maybe once every 2 weeks, once a month, depending on how quickly the water turns. But I fill it up with hot water. I fill it up with hot water, and I'm specifically doing that for a reason. Like I just said, transmutation is taking one thing and turning it into another. So for this, we're taking negative energy and turning it into positive energy. Therefore, the hot water is going to represent the negativity, going into a warm room temperature water, which is now room for the positivity to come in. So it's even in its own right, its own form of alchemy or transformation. Um, so I fill this up with hot water. I then take a little bit of my hair um, that's on top of my head, of course, or whatever hair you have. You can also spit in it if you want. I just prefer to use my hair. It doesn't take a lot at all. Literally just get one strand and snip it and put it in. And that is so that it can now stand in your place. It has your DNA. So once you put it in there, you bless this water to now stand in your place. Any negativity that was meant for you is now redirected. This basically jumps in front of it, if you will. That's a great way to think about it. Or, it's just sent to this completely. It can't even find you. It's just sent to this. Whatever you have to visualize to make that come to action in your mind, do that. Now, from there, and mind you, these steps that I've put these ingredients in are for a reason. I'm painting a pretty picture. So I will say follow the steps if you are going to follow this. So from the water and the hair, I then put in dead sea salt. You can put in regular sea salt if you have it, or dead sea salt is even better if you have it. It is basically going to represent taking any negative energy, witchcraft, evil eye, gossip, hate, et cetera, that's sent to you, stripping it completely of its negativity and getting it primed and prepped, basically turning it into a white canvas for now these herbs of prosperity and these ingredients of prosperity can now work their set and imprint their blessings onto it. So that's why we have the dead sea salt or regular sea salt. From there, we add yellow mustard seeds. The yellow mustard seeds are to And then again, all of these ingredients that I'm mentioning are solar, by the way. Like I said, I like to work this on a Sunday. So this falls in line with all of these solar aspects. Anyway, the yellow mustard seeds are great for bringing hope. In the Bible, it says the having the faith of a mustard seed. And so basically now that white canvas now has a blanket of yellow and prosperity and hope over it. After the yellow mustard seeds, we then put in the bay leaf to grant wishes, to bring good health, protection to all of our blessings, and to overall usher in a prosperity, abundance, and success. We put 3 bay leaves. Next, after that, we put in the lemon. The lemon is basically solely just for the transmutation. Again, another layer of protection with success following. Of course, if life hands you lemons, turn it into lemonade. Very much so that kind of aspect. And then these last two are pretty optional. Hello. These last two are pretty optional, but I also added copal and frankincense. Again, very optional. You don't have to, but I like to add it in. It very much so makes the water strong, stronger, catches the negative energy, makes it very a lot more spiritually aligned. And then I believe that's it. Oh, and then I put in the petition, which wrote, I have the sigils of my spirits on the back of the petition, and on the front I have the mantra, whatever is sent to me as negativity, evil, gossip, or evil eye arrives to me as blessings, prosperity, and success. That's great to even say to yourself throughout the day. If you have this by your door, it's great to say when you're walking out the door and walking in. It ultimately just works as a quick mantra that anything sent to you as negativity is going to arrive to you as a blessing. So, speaking of doors, yes, you can have this by your doorway. You can have this in your bedroom. You can have this on a windowsill. You can have this in multiple places in your home if you want to make multiple. I actually like to have one of these and then a different one for protection, which I'm actually going to be making that video soon as well. That one involves water, but ammonia as well. Really good. Really, really, really good. But anyway, once you notice this starting to get murky, or if it catches weird things like bugs or random things falling into it, stuff like that, or if it just gets murky and gross, throw it out and make another. That means that it's done. That means that it has caught what it needs to catch and has turned it into prosperity. Some people you may notice that, if you get a lot of evil eye, this may turn within 2 or 3 days. This may turn within a week. Other people, if you just are quiet and you say to yourself and et cetera, it may take you 3 or 4 weeks before you have to change this. It's just, it really does depend on how much evil eye and stuff is being thrown at you. Um, so yeah, that is this transmutation video. I dropped a lot of nuggets in here. This is actually, I'm kind of downplaying it, but if I'm gonna be really honest, this is a really, really, really powerful spell. If done correctly, if kept up on, this really can usher in a lot of prosperity. Like it can do the work for you without negativity ever hitting you because it jumps in its place and then just blesses you. Like it really is a blessing. So here it is. It has been me, Mr. Conjure. If you do want any personal spell work or any personal tarot readings, feel free to hit me up at mrconjure, CONJURE 14 at gmail.com, or you can just message me on TikTok. I don't know if I'll be posting this on. Maybe I'll just download it. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.